Welcome to F1 Chatterbox. The topic for today's video are: Ralf Schumacher believes Ricciardo's time in Formula 1 is over. Binotto: I'm trying to remain calm, but I'm depressed. Masi to get his first job since F1 sacking. Let's start the video. Ralf Schumacher claims that if Daniel Ricciardo's exit from McLaren is confirmed, his Formula 1 career would come to an end. The Australian has reportedly been notified that Oscar Piastri will replace him for the 2023 campaign. The "silly season" narrative, which began when Sebastian Vettel revealed he would leave racing after the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in November, centers on this news, even though it hasn't been formally confirmed. Aston Martin needed a driver as a result and hired Fernando Alonso from Alpine. Piastri was shortly designated as the Spaniard's replacement by Alonso. The current Formula 2 champion, however, quickly disproved that within a few hours, posting on social media that the information was false, and that he would not be racing for Alpine the next year as his close ties to McLaren came to light. When asked who may be a viable candidate to partner Ocon for 2023, Schumacher responded, "The names are there, with every cockpit," Schumacher told Sky Germany. Mick Schumacher has also not yet signed a contract. Therefore, he would be a candidate. A candidate with speed, as you have seen. Nico Hülkenberg is also still in the starting blocks. And then there is the question of Daniel Ricciardo. Personally, I can't imagine that he would get another chance in Formula 1. But I don't know who Alpine should take at the moment. According to the former F1 driver, one thing was crystal clear. Alpine had no interest at first in putting Piastri in the car next year because you have seen that young drivers need a certain amount of time. They wanted to accommodate him somewhere else for 1 to 2 years. There was an option on the part of Alpine to sign him for 2023, but this was not exercised because Fernando Alonso was not expected to leave. If you have such a jewel, it is criminal to let it go. If you are not able to design the contracts correctly yourself, then you cannot blame the young man. One thing must not be forgotten. Piastri's manager Mark Webber has a very close connection to McLaren team boss Andreas Seidel. Mattia Binotto has revealed that the retirements of Charles Leclerc this season have left him feeling depressed, as Ferrari attempts to rectify their unpredictable 2022 F1 campaign. When the Monegasque rider won the season's first race in Bahrain, finished second in Saudi Arabia, and added a victory in Australia, it appeared as though he might mount a serious fight for the championship. But since then, a power unit problem has forced him to withdraw while in the lead in Spain, derailing his title hopes. He started on pole for his home race in Monaco, but a dubious team plan caused him to finish fourth. In Azerbaijan, additional engine issues caused him to withdraw, while Leclerc's early spin in France cost him the race win. He is now 80 points behind leader Max Verstappen in the drivers' standings as a result of his misfortunes. In spite of calls to make significant changes at Maranello in reaction to a number of reliability concerns and tactical blunders, Binotto remains certain that Ferrari is on the correct trajectory. "I'm trying to remain calm, but I'm depressed. It's challenging, and it takes some time for you to respond. Then, you must really consider what to do next. If you're talking about an engine failure, I've dealt with it personally in the past, and seeing smoke is never good, so this is more of a depressed feeling. You would never want to see these issues while we are in the lead, just as Charles was in Baku and even, first would say, Carlos in Austria." Binotto says no need for change in an exclusive interview with Motorsport.com earlier this week. Binotto stated, "I don't think there is anything different that we need to do." He insisted, "It doesn't mean we have to change our strategy. Since there are no miracle cures, I don't believe we need to alter. We have shown our ability to perform well. It's just a matter of gradually getting there, adapting to it, and we'll attempt to be ready for 2023 regardless of how 2022 turns out." When asked if there had been difficulties since he took charge at the beginning of 2019, Binotto responded in the negative. He said, "From 2019, when I was hired as team principal, to the present, I believe it has not been an easy trip." Masi, the former F1 race director who was fired earlier this year following the infamous events of the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, is ready to take his first job since being fired. According to News Corp, Masi is being considered to succeed Neil Crompton as chair of the Supercars Commission. Masi worked as the V8 Supercars deputy race director before transitioning to the F2/3 directorship in 2018. The decision of whether Masi should make a comeback to the series as chair of the commission will be decided by a vote of all 11 Supercars team owners. Following his poor handling of the 2021 title-deciding race between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, Masi was fired as the F1 race director in February. It has been a pleasure and an honor representing the FIA as the single-seater sporting director and FIA Formula One race director and safety delegate since Charlie Whiting's untimely and tragic loss in Melbourne 2019, Masi stated in a statement to speedcafe.com after leaving the organization. I have decided to leave the organization and move back to Australia to be closer to my family and friends after working on numerous initiatives across the world with the Federation and its member clubs for over 10 years prior to my appointment. I am happy to have worked with the various FIA member clubs, Formula One Group, the competitors, promoters, and track operators for many years, as well as my internal FIA colleagues and staff. Masi, who previously mentioned receiving death threats after Abu Dhabi, now appears poised to re-establish a high position in motorsport in his own nation. Masi will replace Neil Crompton, who completed his interim chairman tenure at the end of June, as the new chairman of the Supercars Commission, which governs the sporting and technical rules in the Australian series, according to motorsport.com. According to the article, Supercars hopes to get the team owners' consent for Masi's appointment at the Sandown Super Sprint race, which is scheduled for August 20 to 21. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe to our channel for more content like this.